What's going on, CALIVEGANs? Welcome into another episode of the CALIVEGAN podcast. Today we're going through the most common mistakes, actually my own mistakes, that happened in my calisthenics journey that I would like you not to do them if you don't want to get stuck and actually have a smooth progression when it comes to building strength using your own body. And last week we tried some full planche hold using the elastic bands just to see how I felt and my progress, because it's a long time I don't try to hold any type of planche, whether it's straddle or full, and we failed completely. Like, it felt very hard to take away one small band, but I did it after 2 sets already. So what I'm going to do today is just have some fun and really try what can be possible with my full planche hold using the bands. And let's try it. Start off with the 3 bands: medium, light, and super light. This should be doable. Felt good. What I'm thinking is that maybe I am definitely focusing a lot in the planche push-up, and I'm not doing a lot of straight arm exercise. So it's a very long time that I'm making this progression in the full planche push-up with the band assisted, and I've done a lot of progress. But at this point I feel like I need to focus on developing specific strength on straight arm strength, because otherwise this strength just is not going to transfer. The push-up, the planche push-up strength, it might doesn't directly transfer into the planche hold, because when I do them I don't really stop at the top. If I would stop at the top, it would be different. So maybe I should try and do that a bit more. I will see how I'm going to change this from next week. And just a note, since we're always starting these podcasts with some vegan comment and some vegan conversation, today I'm just going to go at the doubt that so many people have about, is a vegan diet optimal for training and for muscle growth and physical exercise. And the first thing that I want to point out is that I think there's too much focus on the nutrition, right? Because you need to understand that all of these studies that show the different benefits of a way of eating a specific food, the time window, amount of protein, amount of calories, all these things that really done thinking of optimization, and optimization is not what's necessary. And usually you go into optimization when you're doing already everything else right, and then you go into these things. But overall, I think what people don't understand is that your progress in strength in sports, it's really more tied with the training itself. Nutrition is going to be a support. You know how many people I met when I was young that got amazing results in the gym, and they were drinking every weekend or more than one time a week, and they had a shitty diet, very unhealthy. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to physical and I'm not suggesting you do that, I'm just saying that training and making progress in training is what really makes you good at what you're practicing, the sport you're practicing, and the results that you want to get. They come from a stimulus and the nutrition is a support of that. Well, with that said, like a vegan diet can give you all the nutrients that you need. You have the American Dietitian and Nutritionists Association, that is one of the biggest groups of dietitian and nutritionists. They come together and they conclude on fact, and they have recognized that a vegan diet is healthy at any stages of life, and they include athletes as well. So there's really no fear. Now, what's most optimal, omnivore or a vegan diet? Probably it doesn't really matter, right? So that's not the point of going vegan. The point of going vegan should be because you don't want to be part of an industry that puts animals in the gas chambers for a product that you don't need. So we did super light, medium. We're going to take this little one here and see how it goes, and try to hold this for 5 seconds. Alright, that went well. I think I felt like the technique was okay. I don't know what's going to happen when I take that off, and I'll go only for the medium one. So I said I was going to talk about calisthenics, but I need to add one other thing about performances on a vegan diet. And you would say, I often hear people like, there is no champions, vegan champions, right? Whether it's bodybuilding or any other sports, which is actually not true. There is an American Olympic weightlifter, is a black guy, and he's an Olympic champion, and he set some records. But the reason why there is not as many vegan athletes is not because a vegan diet, a plant-based diet, is not effective and doesn't give results on it, or it reduces your ability to perform at your best. It's just because vegans are less, right? So why does Italy or Brazil have so many? I don't really know if actually Italy has so many good football players, but definitely Brazil does. And the reason why is that it's because everyone is playing. So the more people it's in the game, the better people will become. So because there's not many plant-based athletes, of course, there's not many champions out there that are plant-based. It's normal, but there is many anyway. And actually, in the world of endurance, ultramarathon runners, there's plenty of ultramarathon runners, winners, record holders who are vegan, and one of those is a 100 years old man. Crazy, right? He's vegan. He's been vegan since, I think, I don't remember, since he was 60 years old, something like that. But you can look it up, like vegan, 100 years old, vegan ultramarathon runner. Easy to look at. Mistakes I've done with calisthenics. The mistake number one is definitely not knowing about calisthenics. Because look, like going to the gym and lifting weight, it's fine. I mean, you get a pump, you get stronger, you do physical exercise. It's good. I'm not judging. I'm not saying don't do weight training. I'm not saying that. But it is calisthenics for me. It is a more stimulating and creative way of training that is more similar to a sport rather than only weightlifting. And I wish I knew about it sooner, because I got to a point in my gym journey, weightlifting journey, where I just didn't want to just lift and train for the sake of building muscle, and I just didn't like those movements. It was very repetitive for me and it was getting boring. And I started doing different kind of workouts. I was mixing weights with functional training, but I didn't know about calisthenics properly. You know, I was doing some body weight, and you could say I was doing some calisthenics, but I didn't know about calisthenics as a way of training, and I didn't know how to make it effectively. So if you are a beginner or if you're bored of weight training, try calisthenics. Try to use your body to get stronger and work out, and you might find passion, just like me, just really something that you're passionate about and you are committed to. So, alright, so before we did medium and light, now we do medium and super light. See how that goes. Anyway, I don't think I can hold the planche with the light band anyway, so our last set is going to be the medium. 3 seconds should be fine. Wow. That was hard. Very hard. I don't think I even did 2 seconds there. I'll give it another try. I'm going to do a longer hold with the assistance. I did it before. There's no reason to just try this. I'm not able. But anyway, this is another thing actually that I was doing a huge mistake, it was really stopping my progress in strength. And that this concept of, I want to do planche, right? And so I start my workout and I try planche. I try it with the lighter band as possible, right? I'm really trying to go to that place that I want to be, even though I might not be ready for it. And I was doing it a lot, especially with the front lever. I was trying to hold the front lever, right? And I will do it with, I don't know, maybe my arms bent and my hips down. I'm exaggerating a bad form, but this is what I was doing. I was just trying to hold it because I wanted to get my front lever, and eventually I made some progress, but I was never mastering the front lever, and as a result, because I was cheating in the end of the day, I wasn't making really a clear, consistent progress in strength. So that's my first advice. Understand that really calisthenics is about your progress at your pace, and we are all different. Like, for example, I weigh 83 kilograms and 350 grams today, and I'm heavy for calisthenics. Now there are people out there that are heavier than me that can do planche. I've seen some videos, which is crazy, but I don't know how to do it. I have no idea how they do it. I imagine it's partly genetic, because strength is also genetic. They might be on steroids, I don't know. Maybe they've been training for a very long time, but however, I stopped focusing on what other people can do and what I want to do as a goal. I focus more on progress over time within my training, because that's the only thing I can actually do. If I focus too much of the things that I want to do, the calisthenic skills that I want to do, that maybe I never get to, I'm just plateauing. I'm losing motivation, and perhaps I'm also increasing the risk of injury. Instead, I focus on making workout progress within my workout. But definitely, when it comes to the planche right now, I definitely think that I lost a little bit of straight arm strength because I haven't been focusing on it that much. But I know that is something that is going to develop pretty quick, because anyway I was getting stronger with the planche push up, okay, and so the strength is there. I just need to develop that specific straight arm strength. And something similar happened when I was training for the front lever. I was doing a lot of front lever pulls, and then when I was holding front lever, I was like, what's going on here? I'm getting better with the pull-ups, but when I hold, it seems like I go backwards. And then after a few weeks of doing front lever raises with straight arm, I saw progress again. Okay, so we said we take away the small one, and we do it with these two. Let's see how long can I hold. And also, like, it's a lot funnier. You see how I didn't try to make it more difficult, right? And just trying something harder, because it's so much more fun to do what you can actually are able to do. I see a lot of people in calisthenics that they maybe struggle with pull-ups, and then they see a variation of pull-ups and they want to try it, but they will struggle even more, and so they get frustrated. But that's because you're doing things that are not within what you can do right now. And there are various reasons why you lose motivation. First of all, because you're validating the fact that you cannot do that. You're not strong enough, right? You are weak. So that's not good for your mindset. You need to focus on the things that you can do. And also, when you do things that you cannot do, you are making the workout ineffective and you're wasting energies. Because in calisthenics, you have to prioritize technique. Calisthenics uses your body as resistance differently from weight training. In weight training, you are using the weight as a resistance, but you can change the weight. The weight is not always the same. Your body is always the same. So if you change the way you perform an exercise, you change the effectiveness, the difficulty. So prioritizing the technique and the way you perform the exercise is going to be a key factor in unlocking your calisthenics progress. And this was absolutely something that personally I noticed. There's been some kind of transition in my calisthenics journey where I was going from like going hard and trying the most difficult things without necessarily being able to hold them and do them with good technique, to slowly understand that I had to step back and doing easier things that were good for my level, so I could prioritize technique. And it took some time, to be honest. It took some time to really get to humble down and say, okay, no, this is not for me. I need to step backward. This is not for me neither. I need to step backward. This neither. I need to step backward and accept that that maybe my level in planche, I don't know, was doing a planche with both legs together. That was my level. And once I got to that point where I really humbled down to, okay, this is a very easy exercise. It's so much easier to what I thought I was able to do, but obviously what I was able to do, I was doing it with bad form, so it wasn't effective. Okay, this I can do it properly. Once I got to that point when I really when I really accepted that what I had to focus on were much easier exercises, from that point, my progress never stopped. Week after week, extra reps, better hold, and then this compounds. And when I want to have fun and I go to a calisthenics park and I want to make some video, when I then try my maxes, I do see progress. Now with the planche, I cannot really tell you guys, because the full planche always felt very hard to me. I should be trying a straddle planche, but we're going to try that very soon, and I'll tell you how it goes. Actually, to see that, you should be following me on Instagram, because you'd see more of those calisthenics skill video where I try my max. I just think of what I can do to change my workout. Actually, instead of doing a max hold, I will do a tack planche press. I'll go down in a negative and open to full planche. Right? See if I can do 3 repetitions.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe I can. Maybe I need to be. Maybe I need to be on this other side. Fuck! Wow! Jesus! Yeah. I definitely need to develop straight arm strength. The messy part of the workout is finished. Let's go back to my plan. So we got handstand push-ups next. So there you go. Like I always say this, the key to be successful in calisthenics really is to be humble. If you're humble in calisthenics, you'll make a lot of progress. Ego lifting really doesn't work in calisthenics, because people do make progress with ego lifting at the gym. I was the first one. I made all my progress in the gym when I started my fitness journey through ego lifting. So I know what I'm talking about. I was just trying to lift heavy. I believe my technique wasn't too bad most of the time, but it could have been a lot better. And I remember one time the trainer of the gym came to me trying to explain me that it's not all about the weight. I could also make progress slowing down the movement, but at the time my brain was completely shut off. I just wanted to lift heavy. I was 17, years old, and I was making progress. So I was kind of arrogant towards it, let's say. Also because he was not like following me. It wasn't me explaining a lot to me, but I should have listened to him, definitely, because he was more experienced than me. So I should have listened to his tips. So humble. It's all about being humble if you want to progress, whether it's listening to someone that's more experienced than you or listen to yourself and don't rush the progress. And the other thing that I also helped me was doing less volume, because I thought calisthenics was bodybuilding, or I was thinking that they I kind of see them like two different workouts that didn't have the same goal. So and it slips away. All right, so not a good set. I need to fix this better. I was thinking that, like, calisthenics is one thing, like calisthenics skills, and then I had to do the bodybuilding part as well if I wanted to stay strong and build muscle. Mainly for building muscle, I thought I needed to have that stimulus. So what I would do, because I was thinking about calisthenics like it is dancing or parkour or skateboarding, where to learn a skill you just try, because it's rather about technique than developing strength, right? And that's so wrong, because so many people think of it that way. But when you want to learn a front lever, a muscle up, you want to learn planche, you're not learning a technique. You are developing strength to perform that strength skill. And doing a lot of it is not going to result in learning that skill. It's about choosing the right exercises and make a progression in strength over time. But I didn't know that, so I was doing, I think maybe in my workout I would do 4 or 5 different front lever exercises, because that's what I wanted to do. And after that, at this point we're already 1 hour in the workout, I would kill myself with like pull-ups and different variations of pull-ups. And again, like the point wasn't even only the volume, it was the fact that I was very fatigued at the end, that I wasn't doing good repetitions of those exercises. And I ended up, with injuries. Yeah, that caused me, I believe, to be very prone to injuries. I injured my shoulder with the shoulder impingement multiple times per year for like a 2 years time frame and period. And I was just not really making results. Like my progress was kind of fake, because it was all this volume was filled with dirty reps, right? So there was progress, of course, because I kept pushing. I was consistent going to work out and just pushing hard, but I didn't really know in what direction I was going. I didn't know if I progressed from 10 to 12 repetitions of weighted pull-ups. No, I didn't know, because I was just going I was just maxing out everything all the time, and the numbers would change every time. Also because sometimes I would do better reps, sometimes I would do very dirty reps. So it was a big mess. And let's see if I can do better now, because first set was absolutely disgusting. Ugly, but at least we've done the six repetitions. So when I started to actually reduce the amount of volume, and I, because at the end of the day, I was feeling very stuck with my progress. I was passionate about calisthenics. I really liked it, but my progress seemed to me very inconsistent, and I didn't have clarity. So I decided to ask for a workout plan from a calisthenics coach, and from the first plan that he made me, I realized that it's not about how many exercises I do, but it's more about the quality of the workout. No more than 5 exercises per workout. Now I actually do less. I do 3 exercises per workout. You can do 4, but for me it's just a matter of time, and I make progress anyway. So yeah, like the workouts became again more enjoyable because I was rested. Instead of doing 8 or 10 exercises in which I was feeling like I was forcing my body to do something that it wasn't ready to because it was exhausted, I would feel like each exercise was effective. I could put focus on it. So quality over quantity for sure. Prioritize the technique. Be humble for your progress. And other mistakes. I guess was like looking at calisthenics only as a sport. Meaning that, I when I was in London, I saw all of these people doing freestyle calisthenics, and then they were doing 360 and backflips out of the bar, and then they would do front lever. But that's cool if you want to do it, but it was just not for me, because it was, I don't know, it felt very forced to me to do that. And I found my match in calisthenics when I used it just as a way of training and improve my fitness, my strength, and build muscle, rather than trying to do tricks and doing these cool combos on the bar, which I still do sometimes. But at the beginning I was really hyper focused on that, and that also wasn't helping me making progress, because most of these guys that did it, they were very strong and they were lighter, so they were actually able, some of them, to develop strength just through that, and I couldn't, but just I wasn't made for that. I needed a workout plan that's more tailored to what I can do. This workout is a mess. And here's the thing, the reason why I'm struggling now on the handstand push-ups is because I did those very, very, well, I would say not even close to failure. That was it was failure when I tried the planche presses to planche. That was definitely very close to my max effort. So here's the other mistake that I was doing. So at the beginning, I remember, muscle up, right? When you start calisthenics, all you want to do is a muscle up, doing your pull up, boom, and get on top of the bar. And me, like many other people, I went from pull ups to doing a muscle up, but obviously my muscle up looked like a CrossFit muscle up when you're using your knees. You're using your knees to get on top of the bar, so you're using a little push momentum, and that's not a real muscle up. Again, we are going back to the first thing that I said, which is just cheating at the end of the day to exercise like that. You're not really training effectively. But I was very happy that I could do some kind of muscle up. So what I would do in the beginning of my workout, I was always muscle up. Whether it was push-pull, like at the beginning I would do muscle ups, and I would do muscle ups until I couldn't. You're right? So my first set, I never thought of saving energy. So my first set, I would just do as many muscle ups as I can. And when you do that, especially in the beginning when you're fresh, you are frying your central nervous system. So you lose that ability to spread the workout, and you lose that ability to spread the energy throughout the workout. And things like this might happen, for example, but I know it and I accept it. Now I'm not like frustrated, why I cannot do my easy 6 reps of handstand push-ups because of what happened in the beginning of my workout. It's fine. I'm cool with it. Now I know. And because actually I know, this is another reason I stopped doing it, because I prefer to feel good throughout my whole workout and make progress over time in all that I'm doing, rather than just focusing on going very hard in the beginning because I want to try my maxes. Anyway, these 3 sets were very fucking disgusting. So let's see if I can do proper one, because I think it's a matter of balance today as well. It's not only strength. I feel like I am not really getting the right motion. Maybe it's the wall that's giving me too much security. Again, ugly, but at least we done 6. Whew. Let's go back to our pull-up bar. We have dips. I'm not even taking notes today because this workout is like so messy. I think now I can put my microphone here. It's time. If you're a vegan man and you are looking to build muscle with calisthenics and you're still not sure on how to do it, you're confused from all of this information that you find online, and you want to fast track your way to actually be able to build muscle and strength, I can help you with my CALIVEGAN program. I've already helped more than 200 vegan men build muscle with calisthenics, and most of them actually train from home. What I'll do for you is selecting the best exercises for your strength level, teaching you the different techniques properly, and create a progression towards more advanced exercises. Nutrition-wise, we'll make a plan based on a caloric target that's going to help you maintain a lean physique with visible abs, and you will get access to me all the time through chat, as well as we'll be doing weekly check-in to make sure that you're making progress week after week and you learn how to apply the different systems. If you're interested, just go to my Instagram, Stefano Vegan Calisthenics, and send me the word CALIVEGAN. So you do that. If you need help, you actually also have testimonials on my account, in my highlights, client start formation. So you can also see if these are the results that you're looking forward to. And let's build muscle together. I need to take off this because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do dips. So, when it comes to calisthenics, I think the best thing that you can do is getting a coach, right? Because you see, I didn't have a lot of coaches. I had one coach, and for the rest of things has been a trial and error through, obviously, my knowledge about training that I got through my PT certification, reading books. There is a very good book called Overcoming Gravity. It's a very good, it teaches you a lot, and you can actually become a coach from the book, in my opinion. It's a much better because it's much more practical than, for example, my personal training certification. But in my opinion, you need to get a coach. Unfortunately though, a lot of calisthenics coaches do base their methods on personal experience rather than a mix of personal experience and science. And why is that? There is a reason, because in general, people that get passionate in calisthenics is people that is good at calisthenics, and the people that is good at calisthenics is usually like people that basically have it easier than someone than me in developing, calisthenics skills and stuff like that. And they do it, and they do a lot of their training to trying things to the max and doing a lot of volume, but that doesn't work for everyone. Like last week. Again, I'm not really tracking today's workout. It's a mess. So yeah, find a calisthenics coach that's going to teach you at least a method that works, and then if you see that, and if you see that you're making results, then you can stick with it. If you feel like not everything is clear to you, you feel like some things are a little bit off, maybe too much volume, not enough volume, useless exercises that are not really helping you making progress, then change, go learn somewhere else and find your own way of training with calisthenics, because I believe that this is key in calisthenics. We are all so different. We all have, again, I had a lot of clients. I've been working with hundreds of men, and there is some people that have very slow progress. Other people have faster progress. Some people have it easier to learn the technique. They have better control over the body and how it moves. Other people it takes fucking forever to correct a specific technique. So in calisthenics, it's really important that you do have to do some trial and error. But for sure, something that I can tell you about the calisthenics community and a lot of calisthenics influencer is they really base their way of coaching and suggesting to people just on their own experience, and really most of the time is not going to be applicable to you. And I know that because I've been kind of lucky of being a little bit heavier and bigger, so not very genetically gifted for calisthenics. So I really had to nail the way I work out in order to make progress and make results, because otherwise I would have been stuck there. Let's keep going more. The other thing that I understood later on is that it's not only about those calisthenics progression, right? You often see those tutorials about planche, where it's all about tack planche, advanced tack planche, one leg planche, half lay planche, straddle planche, half full planche, and then full planche. But again, this is a progression that only gifted people will be able to do. And there is many out there. Again, if you're light, if you're like 60 kilograms, maybe or maybe not, you'll be able to do it that way. Because I've also met people that are light, but they still struggle to progress in calisthenics because strength is also genetic. So for most people, this is the case. And you need to create small steps, and you don't have to be fixated on this progression. Maybe you add bands, right? Maybe instead of progressing from one variation to the more difficult one, you just do a little bit more time under tension, or you just touch on the more advanced variations, and then you go back to the easier one. Like, these are called complex repetitions. Maybe you mix two different variations in the same set, where you start the more difficult one and then you reduce it to an easier one in order to make enough volume to make the stimulus of the workout effective. And those are called hybrid set. You know, for me, has been definitely key, especially the use of bands. I do like a lot using bands for planche, for example, because there is no way I can train. You know, without band I can only do the tack planche, maybe the advanced tack planche, but I cannot really do like push-ups, for example, in advanced tack planche. So I was kind of stuck in tack planche. So by using the bands, I can work in a more advanced variation by reducing the weight of my body, so I can create that small step. Fuck. Let's count it then. Well, at least the last exercise went better than last week, completing 3 sets of 10. So, if you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, hate on veganism if you have to. Subscribe, did I say so? Yes, I subscribe already. If you're on Instagram, you can like, leave a comment, probably a positive one, because on Instagram I have less haters than I do here on YouTube. And share it in your story. Let's make this grow. By the way, you can already see that I'm leaner, because this week I did not shave actually. It makes a huge difference to be shaved or not in how lean you look, you know. Can I do this? Definitely leaner. So last set we have body weight dips. Last week I think managed to do 15, which I didn't write down, but I remember 15. Actually I decided to stay on body weight. Usually I would do the 32 kilograms and then drop it to 12, but I decided that I can work on higher volume with body weight, try to get it up to 15 I've done it already, so try to get it up to like 20 or even 25 would be good to be able to do so many rings dips at the end of the workout. We're happy with 16 then. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.